Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Hey, coming here with another review. This is from mophie at mophie.com. As you may have known, we review a lot of mophie products over the years, and up until recently, I've been a very stalwart supporter and lover of their products and their battery products. So we'll get into some of the details of what we think about their new line they put out for the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. In the meantime, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube, hit that bell notification button. Be sure to join our Facebook private groups that we have set up for the fan club at Patreon/Chris Voss. Support us there. For years and years and years, going back as far as I think we've been doing reviews since 2010, 2011, we've loved mophie cases, and their battery cases and batteries have been cutting edge, leading edge, some of the best battery systems out there when it comes to enabling phones and everything else. But something has dramatically changed for us in the past two editions of their versions of product, so we'll get into that. But here we have some other products. We have a juice pack for the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. We have the Charge Force case and Power Station Mini for the S8 and S8 Plus, and we've gotten a chance to give these a run through. Some of the things you'll find on the back of the box that it talks about is what this does. It sets up a universal wirelessly charging system, a Qi charging system, and it's got a premium leather wrap to it with a soft, high-quality feel while adding protection, everyday protection built to withstand drops and hard falls. Now that's where we're going to have a problem on the back of this box, but I'll finish reading it. Ultra-thin design, power and protection, and ultra-thin form factor. And in the case of this unit, of the little units you get, about 3,000 milliamp hour charges in here. For the bigger cases, we're looking at, well, I'm going to let you look them up because I'm going to give you my opinion of these, so I'll let you look them up online as to how much is in these, because I'm not going to recommend them in any way, shape, or form. So the mophie, here is the pad in and of itself. It's got, of course, an indicator where you can press the button. It's got a rubberized grommet. It's kind of weird. They put the charging part on the back. I don't know why they did that. Maybe so the button wouldn't always get pressed down. You've got a charging port here in the bottom. Kind of interesting. In today's world, you don't put USB B ports on a thing. You put USB-C. So I don't know why they did that, but they did that. And then let's show you the case here in and of itself. Now, here is my AT&T Samsung Galaxy S8. Now, if you'll notice, it's cracked right there. It's shattered right there. What happened is this fell off a kitchen counter onto a tile floor. One single drop shattered the screen. And the shatter is quite large. It goes across the thing there. It fell on the edge here, and the edge should have taken the shock absorption of it. It did not. Now, this is the second phone that I've had from AT&T, no fault of theirs, but the second AT&T phone that we've had that we've loved explicitly. We had the Samsung Galaxy S7, and the cases they made a few years ago for those broke. There used to be this horrible plastic thing that would just easily pop off and break. It shattered the screen on my S7. I kind of let it roll for a bit and said, well, you know, that wasn't the best design. I don't think they'll go with it in the future. I had dropped it a few times before it did finally break, and I kind of went, okay, well, you know, we're just going to let that one ride. Stuff happens. Now, with the new version for the S8, I've cracked another phone. This is the second phone that I've cracked. One of the problems is of course, there's the curved edges of here, but they're still not exposed. Most phone cases, when they're made, are made of different materials that will do shock absorption. You have to have shock absorption. If you don't, the phone takes a shot and cracks. This happened to my Samsung Galaxy S7 from AT&T, and now my S8 from AT&T, which doesn't make me very happy at all, I got to tell you. In fact, we even reached out to mophie to have them replace my phone screen, and they refused, or they're not answering, one of the two, which I'll take as a refusal, which makes me even more upset. So there's that. One of the other problems with the Samsung Galaxy S7 phones is the top part would fall off very easily. When you do get these new mophie cases, this is very stuck in here pretty hard, but after a while it will tend to fall off fairly easy, pop off when you drop it, and which it just exposes the phone, which is highly dangerous. But from what they have on their box, it is, in my opinion, misleading to say that it has an everyday protection designed to stand drops. This is a one dropper, 3 feet, 3 feet, one dropper. Now, if I can't trust your phone case to one drop in 3 feet, I could see like 5, 6, 7, 10, maybe. But I've had cases that, of course, have been made for that effort. But honestly, to ruin a phone like this with a one-drop case is insane. Now, AT&T just sent me the Samsung Galaxy S8. I am terrified to take this thing over anything hard, whether it's a tile in my home or take it out of the house for that matter. I'm terrified. Now, what's even worse, to add insult to injury, I'm not sure what's going on at mophie, but the S8 Plus cases that we got for them actually don't have the power buttons on them. It literally does not have the power button in there so that it can enable us to push the button. We reached out to mophie and we've heard nothing back. And of course, they've been unresponsive on replacing our screen for our phones. I polled a lot of my Facebook and Twitter friends. I've had friends that have broken 3 phones with mophie cases and finally just quit buying the mophie cases. I had a whole list of people that have complained about how mophie cases have broke their phones. Now, the converse part of this is mophie still makes a great battery case. It's really great. And it's really nice just to be able to go like this and charge your phone. And it even attaches to it and it's magnetized. I love their mophie magnetized thing that goes on my vent in my car. But having a phone that's so thin that has 0 shock absorption in it, where literally it's going to crack my phone, it's just not worth it in my mind. It's just not worth the risk, the damage, the terrorization. So literally what I have to do now is I'll use this around the house because I tend to work at home, so I can leave it on most of the times. But when I leave the house, I have to put this in a competitor's case that's well sealed up and that covers my phone really well, but also has shock absorption technology in it, which these do not. If you remove these, you'll see that there's no like foam or felt or any of the stuff that you normally find in phone cases. We review a ton of them. I got a ton of them over here from a competitor. They all have shock absorption technologies to them. Even the rubberized backs or plastic backs, whatever the term is, I forget, have the ability to take shocks. They're drop tested. One thing I never realized about all these years I've been reviewing mophies, or at least in recent years, is there's no standard of drop tests on these. There's no standard of shock absorption that says these will withstand a certain amount of military drop test standards. If I go with any competitor's case and look at it, usually they're going to have, I don't see anything on this one. Let's go ahead and look at another one. Drop tested at 6 feet. And then do we have the logo? A lot of them will have the military standard logos, but this one's been drop tested. It made me realize that these don't have drop test ratings on them. They have not been, here's one, MIL STD 810G, meets or exceeds military drop standards. It's built with all sorts of different stuff in it to take absorption, and the impact dispersion system that's in here and everything else. This thing's built for 7 foot, drop tested onto concrete, and meets the military standards. Now, normally I see this in the good cases that are out there in the market. Unfortunately, they're not on the mophie cases, and unfortunately, I've learned why they're not. So, in summation, and I'm sorry for running on, but I want to give good reasoning to it, I cannot, in good conscience, recommend the mophie product any longer. And until there's a severe difference in the way they're building these things and a care given to drop testing, I probably won't be able in the future either. So I admonish mophie to make those changes in the future, and I advise consumers that If you like a great battery case, mophie's the one for you. Just don't ever drop the phone. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can check out these products on mophie.com. And I don't recommend them in any way, shape, or form. It's an $800 phone, $600 phone. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And this is my second one. Oh my gosh, look what's in this box. I'd love to show you. But first, you've got to subscribe, like the channel, and get notifications for your mobile thing. And then you can see what's inside boxes like these as we unbox the latest technology for you. Be sure to check it out. Oh, wow, that's pretty. See you next time. Or click any of these videos. Either way. Got to find out what's in the box.